Okay guys, this is going to be a really cool video. It's going to be about how to get really good at shooting games. Your biggest question, why'd you come here? Is you're probably asking yourself, how come in a combat, in a battle, the 1v1, I shoot a guy a bunch of times, he doesn't die, and he shoots me like once or twice and he kills me. I'm sure that's happened to you plenty of times, and you're wondering why that's happening. It's a bunch of different reasons put together, and what you're probably focusing on is the aiming and shooting part. Players who've been playing for a really long time, they will tell you to get better, you just have to play more, play more and practice and practice and practice, and then, you get okay, and then you practice and practice and practice some more. But just playing the game by itself is not going to give you the best results. If you want to get really good results really fast without having to spend years and years and years playing, you're going to have to take a different method of practice. You don't really get much practice in a game setting because the match is only 5 minutes long, and Call of Duty match or something like that, it's only 5 minutes long, and you run around for 2 minutes trying to find the enemies, right? And then all of a sudden there's like 10-30 seconds of shooting each other, and if chances are you die, I mean either that or you killed someone, but you only get 10 to 30 seconds of practice. You don't really get a lot of practice in just a game. Now I'm going to show you the 6 steps that I put together. Okay. Now number 1 is going to be your mindset, what you're actually thinking about. Because chances are, like I used to think about, was I want to go in there and I want to kill everybody before they can kill me. Now that is going to put you in a very dangerous situation. Okay, you really don't want to do that. But your mindset should be, the most important thing is your safety, your protection, and your awareness of battle, what's going on. Keeping yourself alive should be your number 1 goal. It should not be to kill everybody. That should not be your goal. Number 2 is control. Perfect execution of what you're about to do. You need to be perfect in your motions. Number 3 is going to be taking really good cover. You have to take amazing cover. Like, it's got to be perfect cover, otherwise you're going to get shot. And then the next thing is going to be dodging bullets. Okay, being able to go from cover to cover so quickly that nobody can actually shoot you, even if they try to, because you're out there for so little time, and you're juking them out that they can't get sights on you. Number 5 is going to be aiming and shooting, and this is probably where you're going to have a lot of fun with. Aiming and shooting, and I'm going to actually integrate all of these things. I'm going to actually have you practice these first individually and then together. Now the last thing that you want to focus on is killing everybody. You're going to need to practice killing everybody. It's kind of like leveling up. Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli in the Lord of the Rings, they went out and they killed several orcs, and they managed to survive killing a few orcs. And then they started killing a few more orcs, and they got good at it. They figured out how to do it. And you got to do that. You got to start small, kill small groups of enemies, and get bigger and bigger and bigger, and eventually you'll be able to kill 6 guys, 10 guys, no problem. So let's talk about the control part. In a battle, you don't just stand there. Like, if you go to a shooting range and you practice shooting, usually players who do that might think about just sort of sitting there and shooting and sort of getting better at aiming like that. But that doesn't really help you in a real battle. You're doing other things in a real battle. This is what might happen in a real battle. There's an enemy there, you see him, you get to cover, you come out, and I haven't actually played this game in a few days, so I'm a little bit out of practice. But as you can see, this is much more realistic situation. You're going back and forth, you're checking out from cover, you're going back into cover, you know, you're jumping out, you're sending a couple of shots, and then, you know, maybe you're ducking and you're going crazy, you know. This is a lot more like a real combat situation. It's a lot different than just standing there in place and aiming and shooting. Okay, before I could do all this, I had to practice simply looking up, looking down, running to cover, and then looking back up at the target. The first thing you want to do is practice that. Look up at the target, look down, and then look up. Look down, look up, and get into cover. Look down, look up. Look down, look up. This is so important because if you can't do this perfectly in battle, you're going to die. Alright? If you can't aim perfectly in battle, it's okay. You still get another chance to shoot another bullet. You can make 29 mistakes with your shooting. You got 30 bullets in your clip. You make 29 mistakes. When you get that last bullet in, you will still survive and you will kill the enemy. But if you make a single mistake running from cover to cover, you're going to die. You're going to get shot. This is why I put a lot of emphasis on this. You know, the next thing you want to practice is looking up and sprinting to the next place if you can sprint. Okay. Maybe there's something else that you can do. Maybe the next time you want to start zoomed in, and then you zoom out, and then you run sprint, and look up and zoom in, right? So you zoom in, and then you zoom in and run. You zoom in and run, and you zoom in and run. You want to drill yourself so that this motion gets in your muscle memory, that you can do this without even thinking, okay? Maybe the next thing is, maybe you'll zoom in and aim, right? So you'll kind of do this. And hopefully, after some time, maybe, you know, just practice for maybe 2 minutes. You don't really have to practice this a long time. Notice how all these things are going together. This is taking cover. This is dodging bullets, being able to go from one cover to another instantly. How much time does it take to go from here to there? A long time. It's very easy to get at a moving target like that. So you never want to be slow in combat. You always want to be super fast.